Howdy y'all, it's your favorite trainer with a belt buckle. Today we're starting a new series all about anatomy. If you're not familiar with Show Up Fitness, it's where great trainers are made all over the world. We're online, we have weekend seminars, our schedule is now up, and we also have a 2-month internship in San Diego, Los Angeles, as well as Austin, Texas. If you want to become a great trainer, read the book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. With this new series, we're going to be getting into the Atlas of Anatomy. And this is from the USC physical therapy program that they use. And I'm going to try out a new little setting for these videos. I got some space over here. I'll put some fancy little stuff up there. But the majority of textbooks for trainers suck. If you look at like NASM, their anatomy portion is terrible. This textbook is very convoluted though. And this is a physiology book. You're going to get a lot of anatomy and physiology in there. So what we're doing here in this series, I'm just going to take one muscle, go over the origin, the insertion, the action, give you some fun little factoids, as well as a great workout. We will then write a blog, put it on our website, showupfitness.com. The first muscle we're going to begin with is the triceps brachii. Triceps is that cool sucker right there. Brachial is referencing the upper region of the arm. This is the humerus. We have the clavicle. We have the scapula. So the origin of the triceps, you have the long head, the lateral, and the medial. The long head is going to originate on the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. The scapula is bone right here. Infra means below. This is the glenoid. The glenoid is where the head of the humerus sits. It's the glenohumeral joint, GH joint. Infraglenoid tubercle. Tubercle is just like a little process of a bone. And then we're going to have, for the lateral and medial, the posterior humerus above and below the spiral groove. So on the back side of the humerus, you're going to have those two heads originating there, whereas the long head is going to be originating on the scapula. They're going to insert into the olecranon process of the ulna. Ulna is pinky side, whereas the radius is your thumb side. This is your radial artery. This is your brachial artery. We have the coracobrachialis, which is a flexor of the humerus. We have the brachial radialis. You have your brachialis muscle. So they all insert into the elbow. You have the humerus, lateral epicondyles. You have the medial epicondyles. Your clients may get some elbow issues. It's from these muscles that extend the wrist and flex the wrist. Epicondylitis is what they may refer to it as, but you got to take a look at what's going on there. The action of the triceps. All three heads are going to extend the elbow. Now the long head is a little different because of where it originates on the scapula. It's also going to extend the humerus. You're going to have slight abduction in the frontal plane as well, really more so behind the body, not in front. So when we look at our planes of motion, they keep it very simple. Just here is frontal and here is sagittal. But when you bring the humerus behind the body, you're going to feel your triceps. You can just do this right now. You're going to feel your triceps firing. So when we look at developing a program that's optimal for triceps development, people want arm farm. Well, you got to develop the biceps and the triceps. So when I design a program for the triceps, I start with a multi-jointed exercise, close grip bench press. Coming in here, it's not going to be any more beneficial than going closer, just right where your shoulder ends up. So I usually will go 2 thumbs distance from, I'll touch, then I'll go again. That's where I'll start for triceps. I'll do 3 to 5 sets, close grip bench, and then I'll get into like a skull crusher. And then that's great because you're getting the extra range of motion due to humeral flexion. So the greater the range of motion, the greater damage you're going to be occurring, and that's going to be important for the mechanisms of hypertrophy. So we want to start with optimal tension. That's going to be the bench press. And then total amount of damage is going to be the full spectrum of the muscle. And then the metabolic stress, that's what I want to do at the end of the workout. So I'll do close grip bench, then skull crushers for 3 to 4 sets, and then get into some crisp dips. Really, I like that one as well because you get the full flexion. Then end off on some banded tricep extensions, crank out 30, 40 reps of that. There was a really good article that was released on Instagram by, I believe it was Professor Campbell. I will post that right over here. who exactly it was. The spectrum when it comes to the rep ranges, we have these stereotypes like 6 to 12, 1 to 5 for strength, 12 plus is endurance. But you really got to look at the mechanisms of hypertrophy. So that rep spectrum is important. We want to optimize tension first, so go heavier with the bench press, get into like your 6 to 12 rep range for skull crushers as well as the Chris dips, and then hit a crazy rep at the end, meaning like 20, 30, 40 reps. Keep the rest short at the end, keep it long in the beginning. So we're not playing favorites on 3-minute rest or 30 seconds rest. We're getting a variety. So 3 to 5 minutes in the beginning, second and third exercises, maybe 1 to 3 minutes. And then at the end, try to keep that burn around. So you do 30 reps, rest 30 seconds, do 30 reps, rest 40 seconds, do 30 reps, rest a minute. And there's your tricep workout. Ideally, you like to hit your triceps at least twice per week. So maybe on Monday and Thursday, you can do triceps with your chest. You can do it with your back. There is really no wrong pairing. I suggest if you really want an arm farm to do a multi-jointed exercise, first, a lot of close grip bench press, close grip push-ups. Focus on the multi-jointed exercise because that's going to create more damage, and overall that's going to be better for you. And when you listen to bodybuilders, remember they're juicing up and they're telling you to do 15 to 20 sets per workout. That's a little extreme. You can get away with probably 9 to 10 total working sets as long as you're optimizing the intensity and going to volitional fatigue. This will be posted on our website, showupfitness.com. You can read the article where we'll have pictures and everything in there as well with the origin, insertion, the actions, as well as programming for each muscle that we review. Today was the triceps. Check out the book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. Have a great day.